Game On is chatting to Brian Leitch, who represented UP-Tuks in the Varsity Cup and helped the team to lift the trophy at the end of the season. Brian, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Fine, thanks to you, Dan.
Can't complain, thank you. Brian, let's get right into it. You have quite a unique story in the sense that you survived a very traumatic experience when you were still at school at Kes in Johannesburg. Walk us through what happened.
Putting on the covers one afternoon after practice, and short story, ended up getting struck by lightning with a bunch of my teammates. A couple of them ended up in critical condition. Luckily, I was relatively unscathed compared to what their condition was.
What was it like to be struck by lightning? I mean, obviously it must have been scary, but the actual feeling of being struck by lightning, what did it feel like?
To be honest, I can't really recall what it was like at the actual time because my body was just so full of adrenaline trying to help out other people. But by the time I got through that and the next day, it honestly felt like I got hit by a bus and my whole body was just sore.
Have you been struck by lightning? Has it created any PTSD? Do you have fears or phobias of thunderstorms?
Yes, actually, I've got a phobia of thunder and lightning now. If I'm sleeping at night, I'm actually quite scared of it, even in the comfort of my room. And if we do actually have a practice like we did during Varsity Cup, I actually have to exclude myself from practice.
And what are you doing to help yourself to move past that trauma?
Just speaking to the mates that I have that were involved with me, and we chat about it sometimes, try to get through it and what they do to get through it. And also the coaches are really understanding about it, and they help you just talk through it and get going again,
It's unbelievable that you're surrounded by such incredible people, both on and off the field. Brian, let's move on to, you had cricket aspirations. You were quite an avid cricketer, and then you stopped cricket because of reoccurring back injuries, and then got into rugby. Walk us through that transition.
Yeah, listen, it wasn't really the most intended thing to be at the level that I am now. I literally played first team level rugby at school, but I focused more on cricket, obviously, as you know, and then got to varsity and gave up cricket because of the back injury. And just for the social side of my life, I decided to join the Corsair's Rugby League, and then decided the next year to proceed and join Tuks Under 21, and that's where it started. Just the passion for rugby kicked, and I have the ability. I just needed to enforce it as well as everyone else was at that stage.
Brian, let's talk a little bit about the Varsity Cup. You were part of the squad that helped to lift the trophy. You were in many of the starting matchday squads, and you helped the team to lift their third title now in the existence of the competition. Talk us through the season. What went right? What went wrong? How did you guys adapt? And when did you guys realize that this was something that you could actually go all the way in?
Dan, from the beginning, I mean, we had such a strong squad, and from the beginning, Coach Porter just installed the idea in all of us that we have the talent to get all the way, and this is the year that we will get all the way because of the experience and talent that we had. I was initially on the bench for the team, but due to unfortunate events like Eli breaking or tearing his syndesmosis, that ruled him out for the rest of the season. I got the starting position, which was very fortunate for me, but very unlucky for him. And I was very grateful for my opportunity to then go and start. In terms of everyone else, it was just an idea and a thought process that we all had to get into our heads, that we did have the ability to get through it and to actually win it. And it was just the belief that I think took everyone through it.
Brian, if anybody goes and watches highlights from this year's Varsity Cup, they will notice that although you are a tight forward and you play lock, you play quite a loose game. You've scored some sensational tries for Tuks in the Varsity Cup where you would swear that you are a centre rather than a lock. How would you describe your game?
I try and do my best to be loose and tight at the same time, because at the end of the day, if I can benefit playing as two types of players, like an enforcer playing at lock or a loose forward ball stealer playing at flank, it would be like the ultimate player, in the forward pack, like a guy like Franco Mostert, who can be so diverse in the position that he plays. But yeah, that's basically what I aim to be like, and just to be the best, like in that position, and try and be more diverse,
Definitely, Brian. You represented the Vodacom Blue Bulls at under 20 level, and this year you got your opportunity to play senior rugby for the Blue Bulls in the Supersport Rugby Challenge. Walk us through that. What was that like playing against guys that you've watched on TV for many years? What did it feel like playing with some of your heroes and being able to represent the Bulls at senior level?
Yeah, listen, it was a massive privilege for me. I mean, to play with guys like Berm Prinsloo and Sean Arendorf, who I did look up to, like, growing up, and to get to know them as actual people and to find out that they're actually just human beings and they've got that personality. It's keen to, like, get to know other people as well, and they're not just, like, stuck in their professional lives. The level of rugby is also an amazing level to play at. The speed at which it's played and the physicality, this is something that I just hadn't experienced, and to get used to it was quite difficult at first, but I think by the time we got into like the playoffs was when I really started to get used to it and enjoy playing at that level because of the players that were involved.
Brian, where for you now? What are your rugby aspirations?
My aspirations are to carry on playing rugby at a professional level for as long as I can, obviously, and to see which club can take me forward and do that in the coming years.
Right, you started your career as a professional player quite late. Most people already know by the time they're 14 that they're going to be professional players. You take guys like Jesse Creel or Andre Pollard. They've known from when they were still at school that they were going to be professional players, or at least strive to be professional players. You started pretty much halfway through your degree at university that this is something you want to do. If you had to give the next generation of late bloomers, what would you say to them?
I think basically what I'd say to them, if you can see that you have the talent, or if you have a passion for the sport, then there's no harm in giving it a full-on go, because you never know where you might end up, like in my case.
Game On would like to thank you, Brian, for spending some time with us as we learn more about you, your ordeal in high school, and as well as your professional rugby career. And we look forward to keeping tabs on you as you grow as a rugby player. So thank you for spending time with us today.
Cool. Thanks, Dan.